Here's the tail of the tape for ESL Cup Americas number 75. This will be a best of 5. The starting map will be Amazonia. INSUP against Hitman. Tale as old as time. Will INSUP be able to do it? I don't even think he's been able to take a map yet against Hitman. This would be Hitman's 12th victory in a row. He's been looking real dominant in these grand finals, but INSUP has been able to do it in the past. He's definitely very strong in this matchup. Let's see if he can do it today. Or will Hitman claim his 12th in a row? Here we go. Amazonia is the first map. Here is Hitman in the top right, and in the bottom left we do have INSUP. The question will always be, is Hitman going to go for Farseer Headhunters, or will he go for Blade Master, and how is INSUP going to react to what he believes Hitman's going to do? I think Hitman will be assuming going into this game that INSUP's going to play Death Knight, so he might actually play Blade Master. Yeah, it looks like this will be a Blade Master from Hitman. Oh, nope, there's a War Mill. Never mind. Oh, let me do a prediction for you guys. This is for the whole best of 5. Alright, there we go. Death Knight coming out. And Farseer coming out as well. Peon Scout, Acolyte Scout, but not without killing the critter, so INSUP can or start creeping. Death Knight will soon be scouted, but I think Hitman already knows based on the information gained from the main base that it will be a Death Knight. We're probably just going to see Farseer Hunters throughout the entire series for Hitman. 8 counts to 200 bits. How you doing, bud? Thank you. Appreciate you. Alright, the creeping a little bit chaotic. I can only guess because the Peon pulled the green camp. Purge is not yet going on the skeletons, which will make it a little bit easier for INSUP, but he's going to take a lot of damage, and oh no, the Farseer is already here. This could get really rough for INSUP really quick. Okay, he does coil, does get that last hit, does get the Gloves of Haste. Okay, and does get out of there without taking too much damage, but still half HP, Death Knight. Not really the position you want to be in currently. Nerubian just now being upgraded, but there is a 6th Acolyte if INSUP does lose one. Hey, Pack Attacks with the 5 gifters. Really, what's up? Appreciate ya. To BHY Loth, to Al A Josnom, a Dark Poo, Kim Chun Sam in there, what's up, buddy? And Adam Spielslig. Thank you very much. Pack Attacks, or Pack Attacks. Pack Attacks, that's what it is. Cheers, bud. Kim got a sub in there, unbelievable. Alright, Death Knight a little bit low. The Headhunters are coming in. The train is rolling. And the train's going to keep her rolling. Hey, for whom the bell tolls, subscribe for 3 months. It says NA #1. Appreciate you. It's a good song. Always gives me fond memories every time I see your name in the chat. Appreciate it. Right, both players fighting over the scraps that are remaining to the south of Amazonia currently. INSUP has lots of coils left, though, so he can maybe find a Headhunter kill if he's able to get a skeleton in front to block. When people gift subs, they're normally random, but you can choose who you gift a sub to. Hey, an Omniac with the 200 bits as well. Double tryhard, appreciate you. Oh, the item out of position. Oh, no one's gonna get that cloak? Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. Okay, Hitman's gonna get it. Hitman pulls the Murlocs as well. INSUP has some coils to get some last hits here, but there is enough damage to kind of just overwhelm the coil timing. There's almost Chain Lightning as well. There's almost Aura, but only 2 Fiends for INSUP currently. And these creeps will soon run back, and once they do, Hitman might be able to just snag this whole camp. Hey, CPAN44 with the first time Prime. How's it going? Appreciate you. Thank you. And there's the level 2. And now there's the Chain Lightning to guarantee this if Hitman wants to go for it. Nope. Like I said, overwhelming the coil timing, and INSUP not able to get that. Paired with the Chain Lightning, it's going to be a lot more difficult if Hitman wants to go for this. Dark Ranger second for INSUP. And one hitter falls. Okay, we're starting to work. Maybe a second one's going to fall. Chain Lightning could almost be used if there's one more round of attacks. Death Knight might go around to try to get that second headhunter kill. A third even getting low. Okay, INSUP finding some nice value. As long as he doesn't lose his Fiend, it's going to be great for INSUP. Oh, Cold Tower. Can it be micro? There's a Nerubian and a main, but the right click does it. But is that a third headhunter? 3 headhunters. There's a level 2. Dark Ranger going around. Maybe a block. And some finding some value. 1 Fiend for 3 headhunters, I think is well worth it. Almost 4 headhunters even, and this could be a 4th. There's a coil. Oh, if Skeleton gets an attack in, yep. 1 more hit, and it will be in coil range. Damn. Close, close. 2 headhunters about to die, so if INSUP is able to clean those up, he'd actually be in the lead, I would say. 1 Fiend for 5 headhunters. 1 Fiend for 3 might be a little bit dicey, but... Oh, INSUP. Oh, look at the timing. Does he get it? Oh, not quite. Gets that one, though. Denies the level 3 even with that one. Good little coil there.
A player's forces are under attack.
Almost level 2 Dark Ranger, not quite level 3. On the Death Knight, the Torn Chieftain now out and gonna start power creeping level 3 in the Farseer. Actually steals a little bit of experience there from the Torn Chieftain, but of course he just wants to power creep at this stage. Very low mana and health Death Knight currently, so if the Farseer is able to find INSUP, it's going to be a little bit tricky for him to get out of. The statue is going to help out with that issue. Torn Chieftain, is he just going to go right to the expansion, or will he go to the shop? Looks like he's going to go for the expansion. That's a position where INSUP could actually creepjack and win that fight, but the Wolves and the Farseer do confirm the positioning of the Undead, so Hitman not going to take too many risks currently. Is this a good fight? There's silence in the Torn Chieftain. The Fiend splits, there's plenty of skeletons. This doesn't seem too bad for INSUP, does it? But if your Fiends get stomped like that, it can be tricky. 1 coil used. And the Skeleton's being kited. And Hitman only committing in with his Headhunters once he, or now his Berserkers, when he lands a clean stomp. INSUP has to run away. Probably his Lich is going to be something he's waiting for before he starts creeping more aggressively, but he did at least get the Mercenary Camp, and he can maybe, once he hits a power spike, creep his own Merc, his own expansion. And Hitman's going to actually have less to creep overall. Oh, this would be level 3 Death Knight, a very important camp for INSUP to get. Torn Chieftain crept up in the meantime. Greater mana, can't complain with that. Also level 3 already on the Torn Chieftain. Shadowhunter comes out. Chain Lightning. Did he get that last hit? He did get that last hit. Oh my god, with the Chain Lightning. But INSUP still got level 3, and that's what he was looking to get there. Hitman now. Tiny Great Hall immediately pulls the peons. Bestiary going to be building the Kodo with probably upgraded War Drums. He doesn't have it yet, but he will probably get it most likely right after. Nice scout timing from INSUP if he does go that... Oh, he doesn't actually realize. That would have been a nice scout timing.
A player's forces are under
Lich
attack.
has got to be out. Yeah, he is out. So iNSUP hitting a power spike. He's getting Burrow. Destroyer form just now finishing. He's got his Orb. He's got his Lich. Level 3 Dark Ranger. This could be a very strong fight if iNSUP takes one right now. This is probably about as good as it's going to get for iNSUP is right now. The Tiny Great Hall has not paid for itself yet. He just hit all of his power spikes. He's even going to get a Berserker for free. Yeah, iNSUP's got to make the most of this fight. Oh, but maybe a little bit too passive. There's still some camps to take, but if iNSUP was aware of the Tiny Great Hall, I think he would be fighting right now. But instead, he's just happy to maybe go take the Merc camp, the second Merc camp. He did get a Robe of the Magi from the first. The Lich is pretty scary. Oh, there's even the expansion left. I didn't even realize the expansion was still available.
A player's forces are
Double
under
heal
attack.
scroll for Hitman. Upgraded War Drums is done, +6 on each Headhunter. It's a Wand of Mana Stealing, unfortunately not as good as the Greater Mana on the Tauren Chieftain. Level 2 on the Shadowhunter, now has Heal Wave and a Hex Town Portal out. Gonna have to use that Salve and pick up the item. He does get it against the Rune Bracers even. Oh god, that's a hugely impactful item for Hitman. Man, that is such a good item. Wow.
A player's forces are under attack.
Does iNSUP still not know about this? He may not. And now it's going to have paid for itself. Even if Hitman were to lose it right now, Hitman would still be happy he put it down. Can iNSUP still win a fight? 56 against 54. Another Berserker for free. He's got decent coils.
Player's forces are
First Raider comes in already. Does Hitman have Ensnare? The Kodo needs to get in range. The Stomp has to be big to start things off. Maybe an Invuln to break that silence. There it is. Decent Stomp. The Kodo gonna eat that Ensnared Raider. Wolves in the back on the statue. I'd like to see that. Similar to a Water Elemental when it's human against Undead. Nice Stomp again. A huge Stomp actually. There's a Chain Lightning too to follow up and a Heal Scroll. Might have to use it right now. 2 Fiends fall. All the Fiends are about to fall. Hitman microing this pretty well. 2 more Fiends fall, my lord. Statue about to fall, but there is 3 of them. Silence again cannot this time be broken with the Invuln. And GG is called. Wow. Yeah, that was a nice fight from Hitman. I do think iNSUP had a timing to fight, but maybe just a little bit too passive when he creepjacked Hitman at that Berserker camp and decided instead to go to his expansion. But yeah, 1-0 for Hitman. Not the worst of early games for iNSUP. He still managed to get some headers. He almost would have got 5. He ended up getting 3, but he could have got 5. Okay, last refuge will be map 2. Both players are ready. Good luck. All right. They're not going quite yet. Oh. All right. Okay, game 2, ESL Cup number 75. iNSUP down 1-0, but not out of it quite yet. He didn't look too bad at many points in that game in terms of where he was at. You know, he killed some headhunters. He had a nice timing he could have hit, but Hitman just seems to know when to squeak out that Tiny Great Hall and how to just push his map control that he has in the late mid game. But here's map 2, Last Refuge. Also a really good map for Farseer headhunters. Here we go. Here's Hitman in the bottom left and the top right. We do have INSUP. Surprisingly not going for Philbot Fiends, but there's always the risk that Hitman might just go Blade Master. There's always that risk. Kiwi Mango. Yep. And it will be Farseer Headhunters again for Hitman. Hey, Pack Attacks gifted 2 more subs to Art Itch T and Carl Hungus. Thank you, Pack Attacks. I appreciate you, man. That's 7 in total. Much love, man. Alright, Death Knight coming out. Graveyard, so it's just straight up Ted Fiends, and Hitman's probably going to be happy with this. The big thing in the mid-game on this map with these strategies is always to fight over these shops. Whoever trades better in those sort of Dark Ranger comes out of the tavern and you both fight for Fiend kills and Headhunter kills. Whoever wins that exchange normally gets one, if not both shops. So it's a very important sort of mid-game exchange when that Dark Ranger comes out. Which is why generally going for Fast Fiends is the preferred strat against Farseer Headhunters on this map, but like I said, it's a risk that Hitman might just go Blade Master and metagame you. So it's a bit tricky of a spot for INSUP to be in, because it's just, Hitman can do more than just this strategy. He's proven so in the past with the Blade Master.
A player's forces are under attack.
When does Hitman play against Laliat or Happy? Well, he won't be playing against Happy anytime soon, but he may be playing against Laliat in Dust League if all goes according to plan. He won't right away, but he might find Laliat in the semifinals or grand finals if they both make it through their quarterfinal stage. Yeah, there's a good chance Laliat and Hitman play in Dust League. But Hitman's got to make it through Spiral first, and Spiral was looking dangerous the other day. Right? TP dropped on the ground. All right. All right. Neither player is stealing the other one's town portal. Maybe they could trade town portals. Oh, INSUP going again. All right, good stuff. Good stuff, guys. Very good item management. Now, I wish I could say there was a strategic purpose to the town portals being dropped, but there is not. Oh, this Zig might actually be canceled if INSUP... Yeah, if INSUP doesn't pull ghouls to deal with it. Oh, this Headhunter's out of position. He's far from home. INSUP might commit in for that. But the second Zig being canceled does hurt a little bit. That means no second Fiend for a very long time. And that again means the Dark Ranger timing around the tavern at tier 2. INSUP's going to have less Fiends, which is going to make it much harder for him to win the shops. So maybe a bigger deal than it seems on the surface, this Ziggurat cancel. Oh, this Fiend's surrounded. But not for long. Oh, Hitman. Does he do enough damage? Yeah, there's no coil timing. There might have been a very slim coil timing. 2 header is starting to get low. This header might be dead. Yeah, all it takes is a couple attacks from the skeletons to be in coil range. A third one ensnared. This could be 3 headers going down. This one's coilable. This one almost is. Okay, INSUP just going to be happy with the 2. Sacrificed into the creeps.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, now the Fiend numbers can go up. But yeah, only now the second Fiend gonna pop. Generally, you'd like to have 3, maybe 4 Fiends. Probably 3 Fiends at this point. Another Headhunter potentially gonna fall down. Actually, will because of the Dark Ranger. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, even it got surrounded, yeah. Yeah, he would be able to fight his way out if the Dark Ranger got surrounded, so not a good fight. Alright, this is what I was talking about. This is really what it comes down to, at least in the mid-game. Trapper did go to Hitman there. Fiends are starting to get too low, and there's only one coil left over, and more than one Fiend is hurt. Also, the Dark Ranger's hurt, so this is going to be an exchange that Hitman's going to win eventually. That Trapper will mean level 2. Man, a statue would be so helpful right now. Does iNSUP have one on the way? No, he doesn't have one. Is the slaughterhouse not even done yet? I'm gonna check the base really quick. It is done, but where's the statue? Now Torn Chieftain joins the mix with some salves to heal up his buddies. iNSUP still lacking the coils that he needs to contest this camp, and there's no more trappers here, which means it's much less risky to go for by Hitman. And Hitman at the end of the day, although it was a long slog of a haul, he will eventually get the Ogre Magi. He gets to push a greater mana yet again. Unfortunate for iNSUP. The item luck has not been on his side thus far, but you know, you do have to creep to get the items. And Hitman has been creeping a little bit more.
A player's forces are under attack.
Dark Ranger going to be blocked. There's not a set of wolves, but if there was, it'd be a lot easier to block this Dark Ranger even further. Oh my god, he almost could have surrounded that. There is wolves now that could be summoned in front. Oh, he locks it in. That's the last coil. Town Portal. Could it be forced? Actually, no surround. And a Headhunter falls. Speed Scroll now used, but the Torn Chieftain out of position to land a Stomp with the Speed Scroll. Maybe he could get one at the tail end of this. Oh, is he actually going to get a Fiend? Oh my god, he locks in a Fiend surround. And it's going to be a Stomp on this Fiend. It's going to be 2 going down. Wow. Hitman just gets out of there, too. Could even stomp the skeletons if he does get into a fight. Just constant fighting from these two, but Hitman ends up ahead, it seems like. Tier 3 almost done. It should be done almost for Hitman as well. Yeah, Berserker upgrade just now being researched. And Stomp again on 2 Fiends, and this might be one going down, although there's a coil. Okay. Plus 2 attack already on the Headhunters, by the way. That one does fall. Another one micred out, but being chased by a Skelly. There's almost another Stomp, and there is definitely if he wants to pop that greater mana, but it'd be a little bit inefficient at the time. Okay, iNSUP's going to be forcing Hitman back, but Troll Regen's going to help out quite a bit.
Player's forces are under attack.
Oh. Sorry, Kim. They're still fighting. There's not a Stomp unless the potion is used, and I mean, if you can get a Fiend kill for it, it wouldn't be too bad. This might be a time. Yup, all 3 Fiends stomped, including the Death Knight, so he can't actually coil. And now the TC has to do is run up. Does he actually just surround? Oh my god, and that's going to be game over. My god. Quite the exciting game, but Hitman does pull ahead after about 20 fights at that shop, and I honestly, with me saying that in the early game, it's all going to be about the Dark Ranger exchanges at the shop. Couldn't have gone better from that, can it? Yeah, you imagine how different of a game we would have had if INSUP instead went for the fast fiends. His second Zig wouldn't have got canceled. He would have had 4 or 5 fiends during those fights when his Dark Ranger came out. It's just all around better in my opinion. At least on that map. I won't say on every map, but at least there. Hitman up 2-0. Okay, game 3. Didn't see the map yet again. Pretty bad at seeing the map. Tidehunters for map 3. And we're just loading in. Okay, here we go. Game 3, ESL Cup number 75. Can INSUP find a victory? Can he find the right build order? Can he win these tier 2 exchanges? We'll have to see. Here we go. Here's INSUP in the top left, going for a Ghoul opener, perhaps a Criplord opener. In the bottom right, we do have Hitman, probably going to go for Farseer Headhunters again. Why not? If you can beat the Death Knight, you'll definitely be able to beat the Criplord with it, so not a real risk for Hitman to switch up his build. Alright, Warmill coming up, confirming the build order. The hero has to be waited on to confirm the build order of INSUP, but it's either going to be Criplord or Death Knight will be with Ghouls. Farseer. Oh. My control S isn't working. Sorry, guys. There we go. There we go. It's like, what? I'm missing something here. Death Knight coming out, so we'll be Death Knight Ghouls. Alright, can INSUP lock in the surrounds? It's going to be a crucial thing. But of course, you can't always do the aggressive Death Knight creeping with the Ghouls with Backpack that you see against Night Elf on this map. Maybe that'll work against Farseer Headhunters. But not if Hitman's just in your face the whole time. But INSUP is well capable of getting a surround early and forcing the TP out for the Farseer, which is really all he needs to win the early game, is to lock in that initial surround on the Farseer. But you are against Hitman. Yeah, Fast Fiends is typically bad against Blade because you end up against a level 3 Blade early, which is rough for Undead, but you know, INSUP could probably bet his life savings on Hitman going Farseer. Because that's what Hitman does. He does do the same builds all the time. Okay, Ghouls are going to help creeping, and Hitman going to creep level 2 off both of these turtles. So both players will be able to get level 2, and that aura is going to help out INSUP a ton if surrounds is what he's looking for.
Forces are under attack.
But against the Ghouls, Chain Lightning is also pretty strong. Gauntlets and Slippers. INSUP gets a Claws, and might even get another Claws here. Ring, not the greatest. Chain Lightning. Ghoul goes down as well. One more Chain Lightning or another set of Wolves available. Cooldown on these ones isn't too bad. And look how effective the aura is, though. There's a big chance here for INSUP to get a surround on one of these. And Hitman is kind of pathing everything perfectly until this point. Now the Farseer is at risk. Oh my god. Now, I've said it before, or at least I've said it tonight. I've been in these positions against INSUP before, and he just surrounds everything. So the fact that Hitman is not getting surrounded here is a lot more difficult than it seems. It may seem like simple movement, but it is very, very difficult. So that's insane. I would have gotten 2 Headhunters and my Farseer surrounded right there. Guaranteed. still a chance for INSUP to capitalize on this aura early on, and he is going to get one headhunter. Okay. Now we're cooking. That's a good start. Another one. Oh, this one's definitely going to die eventually. All right, a good early game for INSUP so far, but he does need to get more done.
A player's forces are under attack.
Surrounds a wolf even. See if Hitman resummons. He does. Now 3 headhunters or 4 headhunters instead of 6 is a lot easier for INSUP to deal with currently. Has no more charges of Rod and Necromancy though. If he surrounds the Farseer, I feel like the Farseer would be able to fight his way out, but a headhunter would not. But it's really tempting to lock that in, isn't it? But INSUP shows some restraint and instead gets the 3rd headhunter. Okay, he's doing it. He is doing it. Coil to save that ghoul even. 1 ghoul does fall, but these are better trades because INSUP wants to trade out these ghouls eventually anyway, whereas Hitman doesn't. This is his late game comp. Fiends would be a late game comp for INSUP, and another headhunter gonna fall. Alright, this is pretty good. And this headhunter is low as well. Wolves are chasing this ghoul, but... Oh. Oh, Naga second. Interesting choice. I heard 2 more ghouls fall, 1 to the Chain Lightning and I think 1 to the Wolves. Oh. Okay. Naga better at this stage than a Dark Ranger, worse later on. Oh. Really? I guess he's going to get the headhunter regardless. Wants to put some damage on the Farseer as well. Nice blocks. Really nice blocks. INSUP in the lead, for sure. No shop, actually, for Hitman quite yet, too. He forgot about it because he was trying to avoid those surrounds for so long. Naga going around the outside.
Player's forces are under attack.
Ghoul's now being pulled. INSUP's kind of dominating. He's going to get another headhunter here. Another headhunter. What is that, 6? 7 so far? I think it's 6 at least. And behind this, of course, the transition into Fiends. Like I said, he wanted to trade those ghouls out anyway, so... And Hitman has to town portal away because he's going to be threatened of losing another headhunter. What a surroundings. Level 3 Death Knight as well. Yeah, like I said, we're definitely cooking now. INSUP's in a great position. Fiend and Statue coming across as well. INSUP has to be careful to not overcommit, though. This is looking like an overcommitment. He does get 2 headhunters, but he loses 3 ghouls and the town portal. Oh, and the Statue out of position. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Speed scroll! That is a confident Hitman. To speed scroll for that Statue immediately and go for the surround. Oh, man. And eventually it seems like Hitman will get this Statue. INSUP could be taking a big camp with the time he's been given. 1 wolf is going to be enough to secure that kill eventually. INSUP now coming for a creep jack. Has another Statue though. No coils on the Death Knight, and aggressive coils would be very helpful right now to finish up some of these kills, but look at all the skeletons. Quite the slobber knocker this game. Another header gonna fall. The Naga's getting a lot of value. Oh, he surrounds. There's no town portal. The Farseer's dead. Oh, INSUP. Okay. The super aggressive style of INSUP is definitely working. Hitman very much behind.
The town is under siege.
Wolves did kill a ghoul in the main base, or was that a fiend? That was a fiend that they killed in the main base. That is a fiend corpse.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, INSUP is extremely ahead right now. Very far ahead. Hitman is going to have to find a way back in. Is he going to just blind Tiny Great Hall at tier 3? I wonder. The surrounds worked out. We mentioned it in the early game, and they did work out.
A player's forces are under attack.
Invuln heal scroll purchase Lich with Orb, and the pressure is going to continue. Hitman trying to creep what he can, but he's not going to be able to get out of his base pretty soon. Yeah, this might be it. Coil Nova, another Headhunter falls. Statue blocking the Torn Chieftain might be dying here. He can reach the shop. But it's going to go down? Yeah, INSUP's going to take it. Well done. 2 more Headhunters going to fall. GG is called, and INSUP takes Game 3. Alright, we got a series. Let's go. That was, I believe, the first map that INSUP's taken off Hitman and ESL Cups. So, well done. Let's go. That was super well played by INSUP. Super well played. A lot of surrounds locked in. Nice scouting to enable himself to be that aggressive. The Naga was a great choice. Now we go into map 4. Alright, either Northern Isles or Echo Isles will be the 4th map. The players are trying to figure out what that is as well. Match a reverse sweep, that would be pretty crazy. That'd be one for the history books right there. At least in NA it would be. Alright, looks like Echo Isles will be map 4. Will we see a different style? Perhaps this is the map that INSUP goes for the Philbot Fiends on, the Fast Fiend build. Perhaps this is the map. Alright. Here we go. Here's Hitman in the top left, and INSUP in the top right. Okay, he's gonna go for the Ghoul Opener again. Can he repeat that performance 2 times in a row? It's gonna be very difficult to lock that many surrounds in yet again, but if anyone's capable of it, it's gonna be INSUP. Hitman, I wonder if he's gonna switch anything up. Could also be a Crypt Lord. Maybe this could be like the Omega mind game from INSUP. Yeah, I beat your Farseer Headhunters. I think you're going to go Blade, so I'm going to go Crypt Lord. But Hitman is aware of this, and he's just going to stick to straight up Farseer Headhunters. Of course, Blade against Crypt Lord on this map is pretty rough. If you go Blade against Crypt Lord and don't go Farseer Headhunters, it's close to unwinnable at times. So, hey, what's up, Swirty? How's it going? So I would be very surprised to see Hitman go for the Blade Master, and that's why we're going to see INSUP go for the Ghoul Opener yet again. Peon Scout to confirm the build order. No Acolyte Scout, of course, with the Ghoul opener. At least not in this matchup. Ghoul gonna start killing that Peon. If possible, before the Death Knight comes out, because then Hitman will not be aware of whether or not it is a Crypt Lord or not, but I mean, I think regardless, Hitman's probably just going to come straight across the map and start harassing, so it doesn't really matter. First Henner are going to be out on the way, and Rod purchased, even a Sacrificial Skull purchased, but might be a little bit of a fake out.
A player's forces are under attack.
Really? Maybe this has to just be for... No, there's no way this is an expansion attempt. This is just to creep it. Just to creep it. And Sapari used one coil. Gonna probably use a second here. Yeah, gets the Gloves of Haste. Threatening the Surround Gate again, but not as easy without the Aura. And is there a coil? Nice coil timing. We get a 420 phone interview with Hitman afterwards? Maybe. Maybe not. We have interviewed him like 6 times. We even interviewed him for Dust League recently. Okay, 12 experience with the Farseer. No more coils, though, for INSUP, and that is something he was able to use quite well last game to save a lot of these ghouls. No Aura either, so I don't think INSUP's going to be able to lock in surrounds without Aura. So that's why he was trying to creep very aggressively early on, but it's going to be tough now for him in this stage to get Aura, because he's going to have to creep in the face of the Farseer and the Headhunters. Last coil used to save that ghoul. One more charge on that Rod of Necromancy. Take a look at the tech. There's no threat of a surround right now. Tier 2, Tier 2. A little bit of an advantage as well. I think +1 just finished for the Headhunters. Yep. And Hitman has found his stride in the kiting, and maybe can even, with this 5th Headhunter joining, go for the 12 o'clock. Might not be a bad call. Especially with the Wolves scouting the positioning of INSUP. INSUP, who is now going for a Graveyard to transition into Fiends, but has not yet got any values out of these ghouls. And the ghouls, although they have a good attack type against the Headhunters, are pretty terrible, all things considered, against them, especially once there's a Torn Chieftain for Stomp. INSUP does secure that, but loses 2 ghouls for that, maybe even a 3rd. Yeah, it's going to be a 3rd going down, unless there's a coil. There is. I think this one's still going to fall. Oh, actually not. Wolves committing in for another ghoul. INSUP not going to have another coil for a long, long time, actually, and not really in position to go for a Dark Ranger or a Naga yet again until he defends this. INSUP still a ways off level 2, and that's kind of what he needs to play the style that he's playing. Maybe the better play would have been to go for the green camp instead right away, and then it's easy to creep this, but... Or maybe to go for that green camp right now to get Aura, but it's a little too late, I fear, to get Aura and start the landing surrounds. There's just too many Headhunters right now. There's a TC almost out as well, Tier 3 on the way. INSUP, is he building a Lich? No, he's not, so he is trying to hold out for that Dark Ranger or that Naga. But yeah, this is kind of rough. He's about to lose even more ghouls. Even if he lands a surround on anything, he's still just going to lose that unit. Maybe going to get a Headhunter kill now that Naga joins. All the ghouls have fallen. Okay, 2 Headhunters are going to fall. Maybe even a 3rd. Okay, now we're starting to get somewhere. TC's in, though. Got to be afraid of a Stomp. Oh, okay. Alright, 3 Headhunters, okay. 4. But the Stomp actually stops that number from growing any further. So still Hitman is ahead, but at least iNSUP manages to get something done with the ghouls, and now he's just going to transition, I imagine, to Fiends? No, he's actually not.
A player's forces are under attack.
Aura and a Coil could mean the death of one of these heroes if iNSUP's able to get enough right-clicks in, but doesn't seem to be the case currently. Beastiary on the way, tier 3 about 80% done, and iNSUP just now starting his tier 3. So yet again, iNSUP's in a position where he has to get some damage done, or he's just going to be behind overall. Hitman still has 7 headhunters at the end of the day. Shop forgotten about, it seems like, for Hitman, unless he waits to go tier 3 before building it, but even then it would still be late. Kodo on the way. Can iNSUP go for a cancel? It's hard without Fiends to go for a cancel. There's a 4th headhunter, or is that a 3rd? I think that's number 3 going down. Stomp gonna secure a few more ghoul kills, at least 2. Chain Lightning is now online, could go for another ghoul kill if iNSUP is over eager. Man, just gonna wait for the shop. iNSUP just has to kind of wait for his tier 3 at this point in his Lich. But where's his army?
Forces are under attack.
Claws picked up. Level 3 almost. Was gonna take another camp. In the meantime, iNSUP's going to nicely steal away the 12 o'clock, which was scouted, but Hitman, it would take him too long to run over here, most likely. So Hitman's just gonna go probably creep his mercenary camp. We'll see what consumable iNSUP gets.
Player's forces are under attack.
Okay, Berserker's online. Is upgraded war drums finished? Yes, it is. There's the +6. +2 attack should be underway as well. Level 2 on the Naga Greater heal from the 12 o'clock, and tier 3 almost done, so iNSUP's again going to have maybe a timing if Hitman goes for that tiny Great Hall, which it would be pretty close to now that he would go for it if it was the timing we saw in Amazonia. This will be level 3 Tauren Chieftain. Farseer just scouting to ensure the safety of the TC's creeping. Not going to the shop, surprisingly, to get the invul and the heal scroll now that it spawned, but maybe he wants to instead buy the tiny Grey Hall instead of buying those. Yep, and he does. There's the... Yep, that's the same timing as Amazonia. Ring of Regeneration, my favorite item. And that Merc Camp, and for iNSUP, we'll see what it is. Could be a Pendant of Energy. Cool Frenzy on the way, even, with a Lich, with Orb. And again, I say, iNSUP might have a timing. If he's aware of the tiny Great Hall coming up, if he gets his Lich, gets his Orb, maybe gets a Destroyer, gets level 3... Even level 3/3 might be possible before the timing hits.
Player's forces are under attack.
Hitman now gonna get that invuln, probably. And the Farseer are gonna try to buy even more time. Ooh, this could be Naga level 3, though. Yeah, it will be. Which is nice for iNSUP to get. Level 2 Fork Lightning? Yeah, it is, so... The Lich is going to join with Orb, okay. This is, again, as strong as iNSUP is going to get this game.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is right now. So what can he do with it? And Hitman's still waiting for his 3rd hero. He's waiting for his Raiders. He, wouldn't mind probably a couple of heal scrolls. Does he have one? No, he doesn't even have one. iNSUP probably could buy one himself. Yep, it's going to be good for the ghouls. Especially against the Stomp Chain Lightning. Alright, good timing for iNSUP. We can check the expansion. Only as mine 500 gold hasn't paid for itself yet. Even supply. Okay, iNSUP, what do you got? That's a nice stomp to start things off. The Fork Lightning was good. Chain Lightning is there. Heal Scroll probably going to have to be used pretty early. There it is used. 2 Berserkers already going down. And full mana on the Lich still. Actually, a lot is falling. Coil is there too. Greater heal still. Nice stomp to follow things up. This Koda wants to eat the Fiend so badly, but might have to settle for a Ghoul. Another Coil. There's still one more, almost 2 more, but the statues both die. Shadowhunter comes in. Is he going to Hex or Heal Wave? It will be Heal Wave. Berserkers only have 1-0. The Shadowhunter is going to be nuked down. The Fork Lightning is pretty huge, but at the end of the day, still... Hitman just has enough units to hold on, and GG is called because the expansion will live, and Hitman wins his 12th ESL Cup in a row. Nice try to INSUP, though. A nice try. Maybe some adjustments can be made to this Naga Ghoul style, and he can maybe take 2 maps next week. But a really good effort. Had some opportunities in both Game 1 and Game 4 to maybe win off those timings, and of course he was able to win Game 3, so a solid effort, but Hitman does take it at the end of the day. And that's it. That is it.